Hi everyone, hope everyone's really well. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to make something that in the UK we've been obsessed with for many years. We love chutney here in the UK. Chutney is like a mixed pickle condiment, and there's a million different things you can make chutney with. I'm making a wonderful, simple caramelized onion chutney. There's only a handful of ingredients. And I would love to go on and make lots of different chutneys in the future on the channel. But I'm going to start with an easy one. And I'm going to start with the caramelized onion one because everyone seems to be obsessed these days with French onion soup. So we are caramelizing onions in this chutney and we are adding a few amazing flavors. So without any further ado, let's crack on and run you through the ingredients, shall we? In here, I've got 3.5 pounds of finely sliced onions. You can use all white, all red, or half and half like I have. Here I've got some rosemary, some garlic, some chili flakes, some paprika, some whole grain mustard. I've got some balsamic vinegar in there. I've got some red wine vinegar there. We're going to need a little bit of olive oil to get those onions all caramelized. And in here, I've got a mixture of half white, half brown sugar. Now, all the ingredients and respective measurements will be in the description below. So, I'm not going to waffle on anymore about the ingredients. Let's crack on and start cooking those onions because they're going to take quite a while. So, we're going to slowly stew our onions. I've got about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. I've got a wok here. It's a non-stick 12-inch diameter wok. You can use a 3 to 4 quart or litre pot if you don't have the wok. These could take up to about 90 minutes on a very low simmer. We are literally going to stew them. I'm going to pop the lid on. I advise you to do the same. If the lid's on, they will stew nice and slowly, or the juice will come out the onions and it will save them from sticking. So, up to 90 minutes later, we should have a pot of very well stewed onions. You'll notice they've reduced in quantity by probably more than half. And it's quite juicy, and that's probably because we've had the lid on, so they've steamed, lots of water's gathered. The onions have also deposited a fair amount of water as well. And that's it for the first stage. All we have to do now is add some sugar. So just 4 tablespoons of our sugar goes in at this stage. And we're going to raise the flame to a medium level. And we're going to cook this now for about 10 minutes. What's going to happen is caramelization will begin, which means the texture is going to change and the appearance will change. It will turn quite a dark colour. Not as dark as we need, but the darkening process will begin. So leave it unlidded, and that's the kind of level of the simmer we need at this stage. So leave that alone for 10 minutes, approximately of course, and it should look like this. 10 minutes later, as you can see, it's darker in colour. It's a lot of our liquid has evaporated. I've just thrown a bit of salt in. I'm also going to start adding a few more ingredients now. So first, let's put in the rosemary. That's very finely chopped, by the way, followed by the whole grain mustard. I love whole grain mustard. And the garlic goes in as well. And now we're going to pop in the paprika and the chili flakes, followed by the most amazing balsamic vinegar. That'll give it a nice dark tinge, won't it? And then the red wine vinegar itself. Give that a thoroughly good stir in. And once again, I'll remind you we're on a medium heat at this stage. And once you've stirred it in, then we can add the remaining sugar. So put that in, and don't forget, in total, we've only got about 12 ounces of sugar. Pop the sugar in, and this is where the serious business starts. Give it a good mix in, and we're going to leave it alone on a medium simmer for in total about 40 minutes. But we're going to have a little look at it. So Keep stirring, and after 20 minutes, you should get something like this. Now you can see how dark it's getting. Caramelisation has begun. It's also getting really jammy or claggy, whatever. So our texture's changing, the taste is changing. The only thing is, it's still quite juicy. It's still too runny. It's not claggy enough. It's not looking like jam enough. So we're going to leave it for another 20 minutes on a low simmer. And the thing is, once it gets to that really rich, thick stage, you will know, I promise you. So around 40 minutes after stewing those onions, our chutney, I'm hoping we can get a close-up of this, is absolutely perfect. So how do we know the chutney is ready? Well, I'm going to get a spoon of chutney. I'm going to put it on the plate. I'm going to get a teaspoon, and I'm going to run my teaspoon down the centre of the chutney. Now, can you see the chutney is not racing back to fill the gap I've made with the spoon? Taking quite a while for the moisture, or the juice if you like, in the chutney to race back and meet each other. And that's exactly what you want. You want that fabulous chutney to sit and not leak. And yes, eventually it will meet, but if that doesn't meet within about 30 seconds, then I promise you that chutney is perfect. And obviously we can also see that when that's cold, that's going to be really jammy, and it's going to sit on the side of our plate. So it's going to be truly fabulous. And I can tell you now, I have had a little taste with the spoon. It tastes unbelievably good. Super concentrated, a little bit spicy, mostly quite sweet and sticky. But how about that with a nice chunk of cheese? That will be absolutely fabulous. So the day after making our chutney, I'll just show you the consistency. It's perfectly like jam. Those little white bits, I'm imagining the garlic. Wait, what? Garlic? They're chilli seeds. You added chilli flakes to the chutney, you numpty. And as you can see, let's do the... There is that fabulous, wonderful chutney. I think it's time we had a taste. I've got a lovely toasted bagel here with cheese on. Should we just smear some of this chutney over the bagel? I'm trying to make it as pretty as possible for you guys out there. I'm sure a lot of people won't have as much onion chutney on their bagel as me, but I'm very greedy. So let's just cut that. Let's just have a little taste of that. Oh my goodness me. That, my friends, I'll give you another close-up of the chutney itself. That is absolutely divine. Quite fabulous. Hey everyone, if you do make this chutney, can I ask a favour? Would you drop me a line, let me know how you get on? Did you like it? Too sweet? Too spicy? Not spicy enough? Either way, I'd be very interested to find out. Anyway, a great way of supporting the channel is to subscribe, smash that like button. Don't forget to share and tell your friends about the food revolution going on with Chef Archie Pie. It's time to get stuck in.